Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and as you can see, we have a special mini tank guest today. Like, let's just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Daphnee Pro. I'm 22 years old and I'm a bikini wellness competitor and I'm chasing my pro card, so let's go. You can find me on Instagram and on YouTube at the same name, Daphnee Pro. It's hard to pronounce, but it is what it is.
So, as you can see, this girl's got quads bigger than our future. So we're gonna train legs today. We're gonna roll and edit. So 3, 2, 1.
I'm just calling to say
Alright guys, so I hope you loved that workout edit. I mean, I had a blast. I hope you had a blast too. So we're gonna get into what we call the speed round, which is where we're gonna ask her as many questions as possible and only give her about 5 to 10 seconds to answer each question. I hope this can give you guys a little bit of insight, and then there's about 7 questions that we're gonna go pretty in depth on after the speed round. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Question number 1 is, do you take personal enhancing drugs?
Yes, I do.
Question number 2 is, why are your legs bigger than mine?
Because I train harder than you.
Ben More Fitness asked if you would like to participate in sexual intercourse with him. So I brought a picture of him.
Where does he live though?
I don't know. He has a private profile.
Let me see. I mean, I feel like I don't want to be. I mean, honestly, like he has a good starting point. That's good. Like.
So she's bigger than you, bro. The answer is no.
No, but I'm more, and you'll see that maybe later. But I'm more like of a face person.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So body is for me. It's a plus, but it's not necessarily like.
So the answer is no.
I mean, I don't see his face, so I'm sorry, Ben
More Fitness.
Ben More Fitness. I'm sorry, but if you want to send me a DM, maybe we can chat.
This one came up about 7 times. Are you single?
I'm single. Yeah, I'm single.
You heard it here first, boys.
Hey, shoot your shot.
Slide right into those DMs. Max squat.
275.
At what body weight?
At like 135.
It's pretty. Do you drink or party?
I don't drink. I sometimes drink, but I drink to get really fucked up. So like, I never drink like a glass of wine. Like if I drink to be fucking blacked out.
Send it.
And yeah, I love to party, but I love to party sober. Like I'm a good party person sober.
I don't know if you want to answer this one, but have you ever done drugs or psychedelics, and do you find it increases your training capacity?
I smoke weed a lot, and I never smoke weed for training. I never done any drugs for training, but I enjoy like doing it on like personal time.
Have you ever considered an OnlyFans or doing porn for a source of income?
I've considered an OnlyFans just because I feel like I would post nice content that wouldn't go over my borders,
like
but
tasteful nudes.
Yeah, I mean, I would not even post nudes. No, I would not even post nudes. Like, I feel people would pay just to see me in like lingerie and things like that. But because of my career goals, like I don't do only fitness, so for that I would not want my name to be associated with OnlyFans. But I feel like it's a really good thing. Like I've considered it.
Do you prefer eating ass or getting your ass eaten?
Second one. Yo, obviously my booty's not there for nothing, bro. Like what? What you mean?
This one we're gonna elaborate after as well. But would you date somebody that took steroids?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah.
Do you find that you get aggressive on cycle or off cycle, and why?
No, I'm very bubbly as a person. I never really get mad or anything. But sometimes I get grumpy, but I feel like it's more because of the diet more than like products.
External?
Yeah.
Does your significant other need to lift in order for you to date him?
It's a hard question. I feel like a couple months ago, I would have said no, but now I would say yes, but not necessarily be a bodybuilder. Like, I feel like, well, I mean, I feel like we will go like deeper in that,
but so yes.
Yes, I feel like
has to be in the fitness world.
Yeah.
So the last question of our speed round is, do you feel that guys are intimidated of your physique?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
In the sense of like coming up to you, or just like they won't even try?
I feel like they just say it as first, and I hate that. And I'm gonna go in depth with that, but like,
yeah, let's kick off.
If a guy just comes up to me and he's like I want an alpha guy. Like, even if you're like super skinny, but if you believe you lift more than me, that's good. Like, if you're like, oh my God, you must be stronger than me, I'm like, bro, like, I don't want that type of guy. Like, I want a guy who's confident. Like, I appreciate that you admire my physique or that you're impressed by my physique, but I don't want you to be so impressed that you're like this, like,
yeah, not confident,
putting yourself down besides me. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah,
so
sense.
I mean, I feel like, and also when I train at the gym, I'm very, like today I was very bubbly, but when I train, usually I have my headphones, I'm very focused, and I'm not, like, I don't look like a nice person. So I feel like that's also intimidating, adding to the body, like adding to the
100%. All right, guys. So I hope you like that kind of like speed round, because it, like, I hope it just opened up, it kept you guys engaged, and I hope you stick around, because we're gonna get into depth on some of the key questions that you guys answered. We're just gonna let this girl speak, and hopefully it makes sense.
It will. I hope. I hope.
All right, guys. So the next question we're gonna dive a little more in depth on is like, would you date somebody on steroids? Why? What your opinion of guys on steroids are. If you've dated guys on steroids in the past, or if you've dated natural guys, and kind of just like I don't know, do two bodybuilders in your mind don't mix? Or what's your take on it?
So I would date someone on steroids because obviously I do take some things. So I would not say like, oh no, you cannot do anything. Like, obviously, if you're trying to push your physique to like a next level and that's what you want to do, you can do it, as long as you do it in the safer way possible. Because like, obviously taking steroids, you always have a risk for your health, and you have to be conscious of that. And I don't want like my boo to be like all messed up in like freaking 10 years, you know? But if he does it like in a way where he's taking all his blood tests and does it right, I mean, I have no problem with that. However, I feel like the physique that I'm the most attracted to doesn't necessarily need steroids to get to the physique that I like. I feel like it's very hard to find someone, and I will never base like my decision of dating someone on like steroids, or if you're skinny, or if you train or not. But like, obviously if your lifestyle fits with mine, I'm much more likely to fit with you. But
so clearly, if you are your first day in the gym, or you're an IFBB pro, you can go up to this girl in the gym, but is it okay to go up to you in the gym?
If you see that I'm training and I have my headphones and you have no like little door to talk to me, like, obviously don't come to me, because like I'll be like, what? But if I have my headphones off, or I'm like drinking water, and you say, hey, hi, like whatever, and you start, I like a guy who's very confident. I like confidence in someone. So even if you're skinny and you feel like you're shy and whatever, you can always come up to a girl and be like, hey, and she'll appreciate it. Like, you're always happy to have a compliment, you know? And if a guy says like, oh, like, I feel like you train very hard, like your physique is impressive, I'm just like, thank you, you know? It's very...
So, since you like train seriously and like you have to catch them at an off moment, like, should you spark up a conversation, or should it be like, I know you're training really hard, I'd love to take you out, can I get your number, can I give you my number? Or would you just like small interactions? Or what if like they've never seen you, but like, what? We need the fucking answers.
I feel like you cannot really ask me on a date at the gym. I feel like you could ask for my name, say, oh, hey, like, nice to meet you, I'm Mark, whatever, and I'll be like, obviously, if I'm interested in you, bro, you will see I'll make moves, okay? I'll be like, oh, nice, what's your Instagram? And then I feel like I'm a DM person, I'm sorry, like,
whoa.
Yes, like,
this goes against all logic.
Like, no, but if I see you at the gym
Yeah.
and then you add me on Instagram,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, we should train together.
Okay.
I'll either make an excuse or I'll either say yes. And
Okay.
then from there we can,
I see.
you know,
So you think it's okay, like if you're training hard, I'm training hard, and then I know who you are? Like, wait, do I ask for your number? No, sorry. Do I
No,
ask
you ask
for your
for my
name?
name.
So I need to have some type of physical interaction with you. I can't just know who you are and then add you on Instagram
oh,
randomly.
I mean, if I've seen you at the gym and I see that you add me on Instagram, I'll be like, oh, I've seen this guy at the gym.
Okay, but your chances are less.
Chances are less. So if you see me at the gym and you add me on Instagram and then you want to come up to me and be like, hey, so you have to have a social interaction
Okay.
with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel.
To
yeah.
increase your odds.
Yeah.
If you come at it with confidence,
Yeah, confidence.
you can't really go wrong. Like whether you approach her and just ask for her name, whether you just say hello, you have to create some type of like social interaction to increase your odds into scoring that first date or training together. Would you say that asking a girl to train together for the first date is like a good first date for someone that trains?
I feel like
or-
everyone has ever done that. Like I feel like all the dates I've did, maybe not all the dates, but like most of my dates were like
Let's
training
train.
dates.
When they're working out though, would it make a difference if they're like in a t-shirt versus a stringer versus short shorts or a hoodie to you, or it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter at all. At
Damn.
all.
So that's like a real fitness chick answer. As long as you go and train hard and be
Yes.
confident, like what you're wearing shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Somebody asked like on behalf of their girlfriend,
Yeah.
like how you structure your training and your diet, like for size, like for frequency. Mostly they were talking about your legs because I clarified.
Like how to, like I told you earlier, I have a very spontaneous way to train, so I guess I don't follow like a very structured plan, but it's still a plan in my head. So I'd say like when I'm off season, when I'm trying to build like more size and just I have more food, I eat more and I have more energy, I try to go very hard on like heavy weights.
Okay.
So I try to always like go heavier. I'm gonna give you my split for the legs.
Damn.
So I train.
Free advice?
This is secrets, okay? So I usually train lower body 3 times a week,
Okay.
but I split like glute, quads, and hamstrings. But then one day I do like glutes and hams. One day I do quads and glutes, and then the other day I do only glutes
Oh, I see.
because I want to focus a lot on my glutes. So I just try to go heavy on pretty much everything. Obviously, I also do like little booty bands, and like I feel like that's a very good warm up or like ending your workouts with that. But that should not be an actual exercise. You cannot just do that to grow your glutes or your legs or whatever. I feel like it's a good finisher or a good starter, but it should not be counted as like, okay, I'm gonna do like 3 sets of like heavy leg bands. No, you don't do that. You squat, you try to do CC squats,
Yeah.
I don't know, deadlifts.
Okay, so lift
Yeah.
like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, lift hard. Cause like you don't wanna, you have to lift like a bodybuilder if you wanna look like a bodybuilder.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy ass weight.
Who the fuck would have thought?
I mean, that's the secret, and you gotta eat enough, and
So
especially.
do you tailor your diet to like training heavy, like on heavy days that you feel really good? Do you try to eat? Do you try to eat more food on those days, or?
I usually go like more carbs on like leg
Okay.
days or like lower body days.
Yeah.
But it's very, off
So
season.
do you eat like kind of freely as well until you start prepping?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately for my coach, I do not follow off-season plan because like I feel too restricted. Even if it's like bigger quantities, I feel like it's just no. Like I'm gonna be in prep
Yeah.
as hard as it has to be, but my off-season is my off-season, and I want to be like off in my head and I want to be off in my body.
So you still want to live like a balanced
yes,
life? Okay.
yo, totally.
When did you start working out? Like, how did you get into working out? This one actually came up like 3 or 4 times. People want to know like what built this.
Yeah, so I was a figure skater my whole life, like from the age of 4 to 17.
Oh wow.
So I did that. Like that was my passion. I really loved doing figure skating. I was at a pretty high level too. So I was competing like provincial, and I was honestly good, but I never saw that like as my career goal or anything. It was more of a patient. Like I loved doing it as a hobby. And then when I got to college, I stopped because I moved to another city. So during my college, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And when I got to university, I was like, okay, like let me just get back to like.
Oh wait, so even in college, like you weren't lifting yet?
No, at all.
Oh,
So I've been
damn.
lifting for 3 years. Yeah, and like 3 years, pretty much like as it is today. Like, and
So just give up, guys. You have no hope.
no, but I was always very sporty. I did like cross country,
Okay.
volleyball. I did all the sports in school, so I was always very active. And then during my college, I was very unactive because I was focusing more on my studies.
Okay.
And then when I went to university, I was like, okay, let me just get back to a more healthy physique and like just routine.
Yeah.
And I started training, and then when I started training, I was like, okay, I need to compete and do something with this because I'm very competitive.
Okay.
And I did competitions my whole life. So I actually started my first prep 2 months after I started training at the gym. So
Oh,
my
damn.
my first show was 6 months in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was your first show natural? Okay.
No. No, and that's honestly, I'd like to like go a little in depth with that.
Oh, please.
Because it was not, but I feel like I was so new to all of this that I felt like it was normal, and I had absolutely no clue. Like I said, let's say I started training in the gym in September, and then in November started my first prep,
Damn.
and then in April was my first show. So I feel like I didn't exploit, is that exploit my physique to
Oh,
like my natural
yeah.
physique to like its limit.
Yeah.
Which I think that's what I should have done, and that's what you should do. But
Oh,
I don't know.
damn.
I don't know. I don't
Girl's
know.
going against everything
I'm
we
sorry.
say on
I'm
the
sorry.
channel.
But
No, we tell people the same thing. Like, if you're, well, I've said the same thing that there's no such thing as like a natural, like you will get better for your entire life. It's the decision if you want to take this as like a career or you just want to have fun.
exactly. There's very different scenarios, but I feel like I could have pushed my physique like natural a bit further than like my first show. So yeah, I was not, but I was not on big things. Like I
so,
was very.
okay,
like,
let's just get it. Like, can you say? Are you allowed to say?
So my first show, I don't even know. I think I was on. So I never did any steroid. Like I never did bar. I never did like Winstrol.
Yeah.
I don't even know like the name of
Joe doesn't
steroids.
even know
Like
what steroids are.
I look like a nerd. So I did SARMs. I do SARMs.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I do SARMs.
Holy shit.
That's it. So at my first show, I only did like rad.
Oh, so she's natty, guys.
I'm pretty much
She's
natty.
just
That's
natty.
it is what it is. So I did rad on my first show. That's it.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then I started incorporating like Ostrine,
Yeah.
LGD. That's it. I do these 3.
yeah.
And then when I get by the end of my preps, because I have a really hard time leaning out.
Okay.
Because I'm very thick. Like for real, my skin is thick. Like I just have a hard time getting shredded.
Yeah.
So I do like anti-estrogens. Like I do
Okay.
Nolvadex
Yeah.
and a lot of other things actually. If I was not competing, I would not do any PEDs at all.
Yeah.
Like anything because I feel like my body's already
Better than everyone else.
no, but like I feel like it's already at a level where I'm happy with where I'm at. So
Yeah.
I would not do more if I was not competing. But because of competing, I feel like you gonna
Yeah.
need to.
Because you want to push this to
Yeah,
the
I want
top.
to. Yeah, exactly. I want to turn pro, like I said in the beginning of this video.
All right, guys, so I kind of just want to like wrap this up here, that just to go off of like the balanced life, but just to show you guys that like I know that I always say like I barely finished high school and like blah 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 blah, but you guys don't have to give up your entire life to like look like this and train like this and be as competitive as her. Because well, I'll just let you go into like, so tell them like what you took in school and like just elaborate, because I find
Yeah.
it really impressive, to be honest.
So I have my bachelor's degree in economics and law. So it's a like multi-bachelor's degree, which I did while prepping, while doing shows, while working. So I feel like if you're very organized and you're passionate about fitness, you can always make it fit. Like I follow one girl, she's a surgeon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
she competes in like my category, so wellness. And the show that she did like last week, I think, she was doing a full 20-hour shift before her show. So I feel like you can do anything. Like you can achieve anything if you really want to. And yes, it was hard sometimes prepping during my exams, my finals. But if you're dedicated and you're structured, that's the main thing. Especially if you're prepping and if you're serious about your training or dieting or losing weight, you have to be structured with your food, with your schedule. Just like, okay, I'm doing cardio at 5 a.m. If I have to do cardio at 5 a.m., that's it. There's no way around it. You have to do everything. And for me, it was never an option to not be good at school. Like fitness for me is a hobby, is a passion, it's something that I love. But my career, my future career it's much more important.
What if like this were to take off, you go pro, you give up the lawyer stuff?
I don't know. I've been asked this question often, and something that I'd have to think about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Damn.
I could not answer this today. I'm sorry. You'll have to stay tuned for another video on my channel, though.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. So, regardless, like we don't work, so you're gonna have to like and subscribe to this video so we can keep doing these.
Yeah.
But please, like, go check out her channel. She posts actually pretty consistently. She has a bomb Instagram. We're gonna drop, like, say your beautiful last name once again.
Daphnee Bureau Lugo. That's how you say it. Daphnee Bureau Lugo.
We'll just go with that. So make sure to follow her on everything. Make sure to show our filmer Martin some love because you don't. And yeah, that's really, we're gonna wrap this up here. And if you guys wanna see more of this mini tank, make sure to like this video and let us know in the comments so we can make that well, I'm just being cocky, but I'm sure we can make that happen.
I'm
so
sure.
I will see you guys very soon. And yeah. Sure, let's do it that.